I just made nice cup of tea, and it's a nice Sunday. It's raining outside, and I feel so tired and so energized in the same time. It's just so crazy. Like, I'm still in the middle, but there is one side what is going on the left side, and there's the other side what is going in the right side. But I'm still in the middle. But looks like those journeys are necessary. We have to go those extremes to just figure more things out, and looks like that's a pattern what we live. We are just observers, so there is definitely something going above us. Big energies, massive ones. Anyway, let's do a back. Yes, exactly that word. Let's do a backtest video, and let's talk about stuff. Basically, what's going on here. Definitely take your notebook. We're gonna talk about some nice things, and end of that, you can use those things, make your own tools, and you can use those. You can put those in your toolbox and carry with you. Like, for example, what I can tell you here. When you have the W, like this read test sometimes can take a lot of time, like you can see here. So we have W structure here, the pattern, and then you have breaking structure, but no read test. But the read test is, and here we have a read test, and then those patterns are in a higher time frame too, and those are the details sometimes are very, very important. Like, for example, if you know that W is here, and in that moment, if you zoom in, what you see here, the memory, the original memory is back. It's a very strong thing. Let's say that in this trading world, that's the W, that's the like overall, and then as soon as when the price is back in that moment, when the price is just shooting up, it's in the areas, and now the first time we hit that zone and we get this memory back. Oh, W pattern, and then price is making W pattern, and then after that it's just going higher. That's the fundamental. Now all this is solid block there. Patient, how patient that was. That's the patient. But let's go where we can go. Yep. So let's zoom in. So we are gold 15-minute time frame. Anyway, there is just continuation pattern, bullish flag. The only pattern, the only information what you have in that moment. What's happened next now is, so you have a breaking structure and pullback, go higher, and this pullback is inside 618. You can see the pullback is inside the 618 and straight to the take profit 4. Very good principles. And the other thing, So you have this box, let's put exactly like it is, wick to wick. And you can see you have the box breaking structure too. You have a breaking structure here. So what's going on? Breaking structure, retest, and start breaking the highs. And then you have, you have another principle inside already that principle. So if you know more, you can, use those as a tools, and then you have more tools in that moment, and then you see those things, and then you have, oh yeah, 618, oh, plus retest, so it's a very healthy. And the first thing what is in your mind is this one is pushing higher, the momentum is there, and so on. Everything is there, the emotions and the smaller details, and very good trades. And you can see you have a very similar pattern here, like how we started. It's reflecting the whole this movement here. And then you have another block here. You can see you have nice breaking structure, price is going, now the price is stuck here, and what you see here, you have a rejection. So we get the first rejection downside because the price is breaking in. The next thing, price is breaking out. So here you can see so this is a bullish confirmation. Here you can see, and this one we break it out. So it's already telling you something. And then when you extend that, you can see we break out, we close under, and we retest it. So what was happened here when this happened? We break it out and we retest it. Price was going much higher, and here we can see how the price is breaking under, retest it, and what's happened? Price is going much lower. But look at how strong it was, because the price closed under this bullish structure. You can see how the W is inside here with the wedge, the W pattern here. So it's a very bullish one, but now we close under. You can see how we close under here. So we close under this bullish structure, so it's a weak point. And now you can see, if you extend this one, what you have close in and straight out. Exactly what was happening here. And if you extend this one, so when we put exactly like it is, you can see again what was happening here. A retest, the same retest, what was happening here, the same retest is happening here. And if you want to see more details, you can see we have this W pattern here in that area. So if you box it in that area, we have the W pattern and we respect it. But now look at this side, the mirror side. So the price is creating the W pattern. You can see the bottom here, and the price is going straight back here. Like we mirror the same pattern, but then what is happening? Huge rejection. And where this rejection is from? How we start the whole movement. The same rejection, and then we break it. We break the pattern. And so we break this pattern in this side, and then we disrespect it because we break under that. All those nice cells, very good cells there. Super nice. this cell here very solid. Because now you have a TP. For example, if you don't have information like here, so it's you most like if you're trading, for example, here, you can trade this one, but then you're gonna close some kind of the number like 400 flat or something like that, most likely, because we don't have we don't have structure right now. But with this cell, you have a TP structure. We can use this one, and that's why this is our first trade. This is nice and safe because you have the previous behavior pattern and you have TP, of course. It's a nice safe trade. This one here already to take the whole movement. If you see that movement, yes, of course. But in the beginner's state, this one is nice. It's a very nice one. And very important is to follow the story like that. Like for example, like right now, I'm putting every single line and everything here because that's how I show it. But the information is in my mind straight away when I look at the chart. So I'm going like step by step, step by step. Just talking about those details, what my mind is seeing in my own mind, not in the charts. I'm just an observer in the screen. And so then we have this rejection, back to the first one, and then boom to the TP. So here we have a new rejection coming. Actually, developmenting it's already there because of this W. You can see this is the rejection of the bottom of that W here. That's how we create those two legs. And now this one is nice structural point and is pushing downsides for the future actions. So then the price is touching again that and boom, get down. So what was happened previously? Above it, touch and breaking structure. So we have the same principle, but just one more time. We have one more tap here, and then we have exactly the same movement. This close is funny here. We pick this area, and then we make a candlestick pattern. And down here is very, like that's a pretty, that's a nice movement upsides. So for logically, this is the whole area what is pushing higher, and the first reaction what we get when we peek inside on below this zone, if it is a bullish movement. So let's bring this one more, this one too, because those are the only things right now what we have. So we keep exchange those things when it's happening something much more interesting. For example, here is some opportunity, definitely. Most likely it's the 618, but it's still, you can see how the price is collecting energy because we have just one impulse movement, but this was the just one impulse movement. First of all, we want to hold that structure now. What is happening here? So the momentum, it is a very bullish momentum because we break the structure higher. because this is the very heat zone, let's say that. Or if you want to say it is the very rejection zone. So most likely when we have when we don't have enough energy collected in that momentum here, we get heavily rejected in that moment and just breaking it down. For example, if this was a choke movement, so this will be happen next, or the manipulation movement, the price will be gone because it's heavily rejected there. But we break above it, we create a new high, so the next momentum is to hold that. But the strongest point what we know so far is still this area, because it is still pushing higher. So now you have already some kind of vision, because you have this heavily, you have this nice wave here. And then if you look in this moment here, you have a very similar wave there, the same structure, maybe bouncing around here, and then you have the movement. So far, with all this movement, it's still very bullish, especially after this momentum here. Absolutely solid trade. TP depends, depends what kind of trade you want to take in that moment, because you have few options. So first of all, you know it is a bullish movement because we break the structure, we kind of hold it, and I'm pretty sure the momentum is there because of that low. Yeah, it's nicely into the 618. So you have a couple things here to hold, and maybe you want to hold all the way here, or maybe you want to hold all the way here. So you have some information now here. But most likely you want to go next above it, because we have the breaking structure here. So this is the next target for the buys. So most likely you want to do a trade like that, and TP will be this bottom low here. This low, yes. So this will be that very good trade. Again, bit of patience, and of course you have so many opportunities inside here. For example, this pullback will be maybe a bit deep, but still it hit nice TP here, because for example in that moment you don't have this information, the break instruction information, so only trades what you take in that moment will be the buy back to here, because this is the momentum what this price action wants to do. Because when the price action want to go back to the highs, we have to start breaking the structure, and now you see we already made it. So the idea is there, hold the momentum is there, so next thing is we have to hold it. So we have to hold it, and when we hold this momentum, for example here, so that's the momentum, the next movement. So now the price is gonna break this zone here, and when the price is still on the flow and so more, so the next target is this one, because this is the overall thing. Price wanna go back to the highs. But now you have all this information with this moment, and you can even hold all the way up here. Absolutely, no problem. And you can take even that trade. Even this one, it's still absolutely beautiful trade. It's a super beautiful trade. And for example, there is a little super good thing to know here is when you zoom in like properly, and when you start thinking, so when the price is showing you inside those details, we wanna go higher like this moment. It's again, you zoom in, for example, this moment here, and you look at the structure. You can see, let's put the structure here. Bam. And then you have, so this is the third one. And then you have the spike one here. So when the golds want to go higher, one of the first kind of little expression what the gold is doing is the first movement what we doing next after this, after the fourth structure down, is we're gonna break back to the third structure. So you can see 1, 2, 3. So the price is breaking above that. And that's the little detail. If you zoom out, that's what the price is doing overall. Like for example, we have so many. So remember that we're gonna take it again. So I'm gonna delete right now, and you can see let's do the overall structure here. And that's the spiky one here, the fourth one. So that's the full structure here. So right now what the price is doing after that 4, so the first movement was back to the third structure low, and now when we have this one, the price is breaking above that third structure high, and then price is breaking back. So when we're gonna go back now in that momentum, so this was super randomly because we are here, you can see it, and now so that's the fourth one. So what the price is doing after the retest, breaking above it. So to take this trade, you have so many information, and this is your TP. To take that trade again, there is absolutely no problem. And that here you see the same thing. It's happened everywhere, all the time. All the time. For example, when we go just do a little bit more faster skip, but it's a no problem because we just do the example. It's the structure is everywhere. So this structure is this one, and that's the fourth one here, this one. So what the structure is doing, we break the third one, and look at this one. We just keep holding that, and the structure is breaking above it. So this retest was like deep one, because normally price is kind of like ding ding ding, maybe goes down here, or maybe somewhere here, and then ding ding goes above it. But here, that was a retest. So even to take those trades in the beginning of the trading back to the highs, all day, all day. Come on. And this structure is like, I see this structure a lot. I use this structure again every day, because that's how the coal is moving. Let's do, and again, it's not a random place. You can do it everywhere. But like, for example, if you're understanding this structure, what was moving down, the four structure, and then you do this four structure in that momentum, you can trade all the way back to the rejection high, what is here. You just have one, what is in currently your major view. That's your major structure, what you know, and then you add a microstructure. But with this kind of trades, you have to be very patient, and you have to just remember the previous story very clearly, very sharply. So, for example, price is going, those are your levels. We can track this one because we can see it's still respecting that area, and you can see how the price is forming. And then we have this new kind of bottom inside because of that here. So that's the structure where the price was jumping in and jumping out, get rejected. Exactly how we form this one here. You can see we jump in and then jump out and get rejected. That's the same structure, just a bit more. And you can see it's still here. Oh, maybe too much right now. So the price is bouncing dong 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 dong. And that's, so now we have the first breaking structure, because you can see we close this one here. We create this one. That was the first candlestick under this area. But now you have to think, because that's the new one here. So, because it's, the thing is, these two levels, what you have in your mind, those are the OG ones, because, that's your, the original thing. But that's the new one. That's after. So use this one as, bit manipulation, or how they want to call it. It's just a new thing. So sometimes it's, you can take it super seriously. Sometimes it's just being there to maybe work it out so much even later, or it's just something new there. But OG structure, those are the OG ones. So some trading opportunities. So for example, right now you have a nice small scalp here for, like, because the thing is, so right now the price is going all the way here, and this is already pushing downside on the previous, but now in that moment this was happen with just that's just structure already too. So you have a top double information right now, and the both are pushing downsides. But right now, after this movement, we create the bottom too. Because you have momentum there, what is already pushing down, and you have a bottom where you can put your TP. I think this can be very nice trade there. Absolutely no problem. You have a nice space here, and it's actually very good movements because you have this one. It can be a bit risky, but if you scalp this one, yeah, it's a good one because you have that information. So it's a very good. But look this one. So now this one you get again an information. So how we started the whole story again. You can see the first rejection here. Then we have this rejection, and now we have a new rejection here. It just, it's happening here in that trend. So let's zoom in what's going on here. Okay, after that rejection, so now we have this movement here. But so now we're gonna bring our floor in. So this is the strongest floor, what is pushing higher already because of the previous structure. So let's bring this one in. So now we have a nice floor information. We definitely have the area. In that case, I will not continue this zone because we already respect this one here. So it's for me, I just keep it there. It's not actually necessary for me. And then because so the previously the momentum was the breaking structure, because we did it again, so we have to understand how real that breaking structure is again, and that's the that's the story. So the previously we break like that, go above it and straight back, very similar like here, we go it above it and straight back. And let's put this one here. And then, so of course this one was a little bit different. The structure is different, the pullback structure, but for my mind, for me, it's the same structure. But we can see here how we have a pullback movement and the price get rejected here again. And after that rejection, we broke the lows and we have this four structure here. So what is happening here now after that rejection? So previously we know after that rejection, price was breaking the low here. Right now, that's our low. Oh, those are our lows. And then prices break it and make even deeper one. But let's look that deeper one because it's very interesting. First of all, we get again rejected. What was happening here? The price was going back to, and again we get the rejected. So it's a little bit off, but it's still the same thing for me. So let's look inside here. Let's take the same. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's take the same four structure. So you have this one. There is no movement, and then you have the spiky one in the bottom. All this. So what the price is doing? Price is going tick 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 tick. Again, we break the third structure. We have a pullback. Pullback is back here. And then you have your final TP with those trades here. But you can see the story, like the whole movement for this for this and for this, the price is doing exactly the same things, but just so differently. But now if you know the logic underneath it, it's still the same for you. It's very similar. For example, if you wanna for example, if I put the object in front of you and I have 10 friends and we all throw that picture, we all threw different pictures, but we all see the same thing. So it's now all those 10 different pictures are all those big blocks of charts. So this is a one picture, seeing the same thing, but it's just like that. But now here's the second picture. He see the same thing, but just differently. And now there is a third picture. He sees the same thing, but it's just different. But if you understand the first one already helps you understand the second one. But now you have already the first story in your mind. You have the second story, and then you look the third story, and it's very brightly there. You don't even have to think those moments anymore because it's just in the flow. That's why those trends happen. Something is start developmenting, but you have to understand those principles, those momentums, those emotions inside the first original structure. And then after that, you can just continue with that same information or the same memory. And there it is, very nicely. And then you have the overall things too, like this is like this area here, like that's the like you now you have to imagine you don't have any structure here, like the price is just in that moment. So this is like early developmenting on that side here. Here you get like the first like smells and touches of kind of future or something like that. But it's still in the story. Like you feel it. Like you feel it. There is something where is those 180s doesn't make sense because you know everything is possible. But it still leaves a memory there. Everything is possible, and now if you start under if the price is now here, now you have this story, and then if you're going into that these areas start bouncing here, so all the memories now it's 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 uh it's connecting all those thoughts where you didn't go before in your mind and in these places. It's because soon as when you go those places, everything is possible, or you go in those places. But now if you jump in this one, so those places are making those places possible, and then you just 180 that story, and then you have exactly you have what to think or what to look, or how long you're gonna be patient because you wait that structure form. That's why patience is needed. But it's crazy because the thing is, like, I'm looking the chart like that, and there is just so much things going on in my mind. I'm not speaking even, like, I definitely left so many things out, the details what actually my mind is telling to me, because it's just so crazy. But right now, what I'm doing is actually just showing the details where those momentums are, and you can see they are there because the price is going out and in, and we respect or disrespect. So it's a very simple logic, and it's happening in that screen very brightly. It's all the time there. You just have to kind of like you have to see it, but it's there, and what is there more? It is everything is possible. And now is the thing, everything is possible. So because of that, everything is possible. So if you see the story, it's happening again and happening again. It is possible. It's gonna happen again and again and again and again, because everything is possible. Like you have already the edge there, because everything is possible. You as a human, you just have to let it go. The pressure, like the pressure how you start trading, you have to let that go. Like every person is again very very different in those moments. Like who wants more power, who wants more money, who wants more to be rich, and there is so many ways how you start the journey. But the thing is, how you start the journey, your all emotions are here. And the real thing is, you can see how the big boys are start moving the market exactly. Where is those extreme edges of the emotions? Like for example, this one here. When we break this one, you can see the how do we even express that emotion here? But the thing is, like for me, it didn't matter, because I see the logic behind it. But for the moment, I bet there was crazy crabbing going on there. Like for example, making this momentum to grab all those all everything in, and then what's happened next? Bam, okay, breaking structure. So all those stop loss are, all those stop losses. And then you can see we shifted, because we don't break the lows anymore. We start breaking the highs. The next action, what was? Price is breaking the high. But those it's going. So again, you have bunch of more principles here playing out, and now you can even see you have the header show the patterns inside. So you have again the bullish. You can see it nice booms. You have breaking structure. You have retest. Same times we retest the structure, and now you can say like this is your TP1, this is your TP2, and maybe this is your TP3 then. Like why not? Why not? Yeah. And that's the pattern here. You have things, things, things. And then you have breaking structure, and that's your entry. That's your entry. And stop loss depends what stop loss you want to use, because you can use bunch of different stop losses here, because you have bunch of different possibilities there. And now those possibilities, like you have to look those possibilities, like for example the back test. Like you have to know your stuff, like the tools what I'm putting here, all those tools like the boxes, lines, all those tools what we use here. Now is the thing, you have to know your tools, because more sharply you know your tools, you everything is possible, anything is possible. You can do whatever you want to do, kind of. Basically it is what it is exactly what you can do there. Everything basically in that case. But for example, you can use this stop loss, no problem. Structure, you can use this stop loss here, no problem. Or you can use the 618. So the 618, the Fibonacci stop loss will be here. So you have opportunities, and now that you have bunch of TPs here. Tick, 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 tick. Like to catch those 3 trades here. Why not, man? Like, come on. Oof. Every day. But if you hear the story, like that's the story what you have. Now is the thing to remember it is, and that's kind of it. And you can remember those stories so many different ways actually. But the best way is just look the structure, and the structure is followed by candlestick things. Just do the simple ones, just highs and lows, and that's how we go. And then and just simple ones. Just keep maybe this one in your mind, just the first simple structure. Because one of the key is to remember what was happened in the past. It's a very important, because that's what we have in the moment. All our future moments in the trading, and maybe even the real life, is happened paced by past. Definitely here, like in this world, the trading world, definitely there, because you can you can see it. It's just so brightly there, just the place and time and all this one. And it's like, for example, if you're in the moment here and you don't remember what was happened the previous story, what, it's gonna be a proper yeah, it's gonna be a proper journey there. Depends. So we have some key. This one is still going. So this one we leave go. This one we leave it, and this one, yeah. So and then let's take this one away. So this one I don't use it anymore, and this one I don't use it anymore, because that's the structure. I keep the major zones. So we have right now we have still those zones. Now going in the future. So here the prices start doing the retest on the highs. So what is the high principle? So we break the high, retest, and start breaking the highs. So that's the principle of the pulley structure. Making highs, lows, highs, lows. And that retest, after that retest, the expression what we want to see is breaking the highs. So what is happening here? So the price is shooting high, no retest, tick, 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 and now big one. Like you can see this, look at that. The the impulse here, it's a deep one, like it's a strong one. And then we have retest. After retest, when the price want to keep the momentum of the pulley structure, we have to break the high. And now price is collecting, grab the last one, and boom, what's happened? Classic. Again, we have a rejection. What was the last one? The first one, what we create here, what we see here. Like I said, classic. It's already there. Like you have already that memory. Like you don't even have to think. Only thing is patient. And then edit, and then we create some structure here. We use this. Actually, we use this one. Yeah, and that's one is here with no cap. So we break in and straight we break out the very similar thing was this one here, break in, breakouts. You can see, those small details, but it's just the information. Like it's when you like when you see it and when you understanding, it stays there all the time. Like all this information, it's all the time in your mind because you understand it. That's mean you don't have to think about anymore. So it's become your muscle memory. And it's, for example, when this is happening here in the moment, boom, like this memory what just happened, because the past is now in part of your muscle memory, you straight see those moments. It's a as soon as when you see this new momentum there in the moment. So that's the memory pits what your mind is getting, what is happening past. And then you see those moments, and as soon as when your muscle memory going back those moments, you have your story what you need in that moment, because you don't have to carry on all this information all the time with you. You just you learn it, you know it, and you let it go. And when the momentum or the action or whatever is happening there in the moment is needing that memory, that's what's happening. Now you have this momentum and you have this memory, and when the new information start building now those blocks in your mind with this first expression, and the second one is happening and it's happening again, exactly like it was happening previously, you can take some crazy trades. Like it's like, come on, like look this movement, like come on, like pfft, it's just crazy. And what is happening here? So you have the first block, and then you have so we take this one here again. You have no cap, and this one, and then you have this one is actually here, and then you have the spike down here. You have again this four structured movement and deep one. Like this is so crazy, so crazy. For example, this, like this entry is so sharp too, it's crazy. I take those for the noise away, you can see it, like this retest here. But the thing is, for example, sometimes it's happening that I know it's been happening more and more, but this one is my entry. This one here is my stop loss, sorry. The entry is so sharp, but it's sometimes in your career, sometimes you see those movements. But the thing is, if you are patient, you have to understand with the patient, sometimes you have the sharpest entries. And here we can see you have so bright proof front of you right now. You have the sharpest entry with all this right now, the moment what we have. But if you see it, that's the principle, because what we have to do here, exactly what was happening this one, you have the same thing. You broke under, you retest it, and you go. It doesn't matter how deep that retest is. When we retest, that's a retest on this zone here, what we have, because it's still valid. Like now, the other thing what you can think in the other principle is the structure, what you can use right now, this one, and then you can say, oh, we didn't have retest. Yeah, we didn't have a structure retest, but we have a retest in this structure, what was happened so much in the past, but the level was still it's still active, it's still there. You can see here, and it's still there. It's very active for my mind. And if you're gonna go back, what was the behavior inside the first, like what is the, the memory inside that zone. Bomb, huge, look at the candlestick, and then very sharp retest. You already have this one there. And what is happening here? You have this Bamaki and very sharp retest. It's so brightly there, and because you can take, like, look at this what the whole movement, exactly the buy what you did, just 180 of that, and go. And that's why it's, for me, when I'm trading, the the information what I get in the past is so important for me. It's just, it's sometimes it's very beautiful, and sometimes it's just super sad. Like, I'm being crying a lot here through all those years. It's been yes, it's been a journey. So what, for example, we take this nice sell, like, for example, so far we don't have any stop losses, like, so far. Yeah, I take a stop loss maybe once a month, maybe, but depends. Most likely it's gonna be three months, then maybe stop loss, then maybe again like 3-4 months and stop loss. That's the most time, because you just, like, damn, come on, it's just information, and it stays there. It's a real information. It's never changing. It's only, like, those zones are start fading away, but that's cool. There's no problem with that. You just keep continue with your, the major ones, what you can, drag on. For example, this one is still valid. Here we can see this sharp edge is still here. This one, you can see we have we have bit more manipulation in this side. You can see how we punch down and punch up, but I still keep that zone with no problem. And for example, this one is still valid. Let's take this away. So we're gonna keep basically all four like we did previously, and those are your opportunities too inside here. Like, you can take this deep, like, look at this TP, very super sharp again, like, very sharp. Like, all those TPs, you can take TP1, TP2, and TP3. Maybe you wanna go all the way to the bottom, take TP4. Like, again, you can see it is happening, but it doesn't mean it's gonna happen every single time. You have to, like, for example, if you take the trades, if you want to monetize it, you have to go with the flow. Like, you have to. That's the other thing, when you take the actual trades, like those emotions there, when you're starting taking those trades. Yeah, yeah, that's why the trading journey is a proper journey, because if you let all those things go, you can take a crazy trades, because you just, I don't know how to express that even. It's yeah, let's leave that. I don't know how to express it. Like, I wanna say it's something to do with the caring, but the thing is, you care about, like, the healthy side of you much more, for keeping all this trading noise in your mind. Or it's a deep one. Like, it's it's just a trading, it's just a computer screen, and you're a observer. Don't put, like, crazy value or crazy something behind that, because it's just a screen. It's a simple logic, and that's it. It's just you're the observer. And the same thing goes with with your emotions. Like it's you're looking the screen, and if you get some crazy emotions, it's all you. Depends is it sad or happy or or something like that, mad or crazy. It's the same thing. It's you are the trader, so everything is you doing. If you let all those things go, you can save so much energy and life. Like it's crazy. Oh, I don't know, but I think all traders have been doing that journey. I did, and yeah. But yeah, let's go with this one here because that's the first one, and we can see how the price is like bouncing, and what the price is doing. Higher highs, again. We hold the lows, so the price is going nicely. For example, this kind of retest here, maybe take this kind of trade here. Nice little scalp after this bullish engulfing back this high. A super nice kind of trade there. Here, or maybe the feep will be the better in that moment. Let's look the. So we can start doing feep this one after this. Yeah, this one. So this is the bullish engulfing. So that's the first, because here you can see the early development of the bullish engulfing, and now those two are reflecting, but opposite sides. And now you can see how we start developing the first one, and then you can see this developing, and then you can see this developing, and then you can see this developing, and this one you can see. And if you see the first one, like these entries here, they are good entries. Like the thing is, it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter how you trade. If you make some profits, is good. Like it doesn't matter how you trade, like how you see that world here, like those boxes or candlestick patterns or the similarities, all those simple things. There is actually the most information, to be honest. Because for example, if you recognize this one, you recognize this one, what is happening? We go highs, you can take whatever here, like all those trades are good, every single one. Every single one was ending with the take profits. Absolutely no problem. Like all those details are good to trade. And if your risk management is even better, come on, come on. So this one, it's very accurate, this zone. And right now, again, we get rejected in out. So let's keep this one here. And then you can see what's happened now. The price is retesting. Again, we have the same principle when we break out this one. To respect and keep respecting that, we have to go, respect, and going. Retest here and go higher. But what the price did, things go under, close under. So we are disrespecting the bullish principle here. So what the price is doing, we go under, we have a retest, a pit rejection too. Like there is definitely pit rejection, you can see down. And then we close under our all those bullish, like you can see it's a bullish, so that's mean it's a strong bottom here. Bullish, strong bottom, and bullish, strong bottom. And what's happening here? It's like it's just right there. It's just too beautiful. The information is just right there. And then, because it is a strong bottom, we have a fight here. You can see like all those rejections. The price is creating what? The W pattern. Price is creating W pattern, leave all those wicks behind it. But even when the price is creating W pattern, the first chance what we have is this zone, because what we know, we have a rejection, we disrespect a bullish principle, and we get rejected. So that's the information what we have. And if you drag now this one here, what you see, we go in and we go out. A very similar thing what was happening here. Yes. So this is the next one, and then this one is still our one. You can have already some kind of trades here, maybe back to this bottom, because why not? Because in that moment, what we know. So what we know in this moment, this is the strongest one what is pushing higher. So we definitely don't wanna, or how to say in the moment. So anyway, when the price is going inside and we create, so actually we create and disrespect. So we disrespect this bullish principle, and now we create this W and we close under the kind of foundational area. For example, this is it's a very bad one here for the buyers. So the thing is, when we do that, price definitely gonna retest that moment, because this is the strongest area of the buys. Absolutely no doubt. Basically, you can even trade some pullback sells here. Like you have pullback and then you have sell, because why not? And again, if the price previously get rejected, you can see when the price is doing the same thing here. And this one, this one is the craziest one, because that's a lot of things going on here. Like a lot of things going on here. But definitely you have some trades here, and then you have this crazy bomb, and then you have what? Close under, a retest, and gone. Just so fast. And the principle is still there. And the principle is close under, retest, and gone. Close under, retest, gone. And when you see this kind of moment, what was happen? Because you know one thing, because we have this huge wick and we even peak a little bit under that. That's mean we have the strongest energy, what to grab in that moment. This is the strongest energy. And then we get this high, and the price is things close under. And if you look here, again, details are important. Look at the body. This body close under that. So mean, so the thing is, there is no energy left at all to go higher, like zero. Like look at that. We already grab it. We grab even more what was needed to make this movement. We grab even more, and we didn't make it. Like we just make back to the highs. So what was this principle here? Very simple. Break high, retest, and start going higher. Like every single other bullish principle. Go here. Again, things higher. Go back here. Again, the same thing. Just that's the logic. That's how we respect things. That's how we respect these structures here, and it's very important. Same what you're doing in your own mind in every day. When you want to do something, you have to build it up in your mind, and if you don't feel it, it just happen there. Overall, you're just not there, kind of thing. You are, but not. And of course, this thing is going. So after that, do we have some? So this is our structure here, and how you can see the main area in that area. So the one thing what you can use, because it's a bullish flag, you can use the equilibrium. What is basically, yeah, we can do that. Like this sounds good because you can see the last what was hanging on was nice bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, and the line is correctly with the neckline of the bullish pattern. And then all this kind of energy what is collecting here, that's the shooting point. For example, if you take some cells, this is good take profit, like take profit area for the cells. It's a good one. Like the thing is, if you take in this cell and you have all this clean area, that's the TP what you want to take, because that's the one. And if you take this sharp one here, that's your TP. That's your stop loss. Again, you can use so many stop losses here, like how you feel it. Every day you might take difference. Sometimes maybe you even squeeze it back in just the candlestick top. The last one, it's depends of the day how you feel it. Sometimes maybe you go up here, like come on. Like the thing is, you can do it, but I just take just kind of the flow one. If you are there, that's the most likely what you do. The last wick high, last candlestick wick high, or the last wick high. And TP you already have it, so there is no other TPs. Like for my mind, I don't see any other TPs. Like the thing is, like sometimes okay, you wanna go back in this place. Uh, Basically, yeah. Like why not? It can be something, but this is very sharp here. Like for me, that thing is very sharp. That's what I'm seeing, because this one is it's matching so much more. Here is just the structure, but here you have so much more information there. And if you wanna say like, oh man, you might get some more profit, that's no good, man. Attitude is a choice. But now this is, I like, look at this one, how beautifully this zone was respected. Like, oof, just so, like, it's art there. It's a beautiful art. Then you have some more structures inside. Maybe we get some new levels here, because we don't have it. So here, definitely we create, equal highs here. It's a very sharp one. Like that's, maybe we can bring something new in, just for fun for the future. So maybe this one is something here, and maybe bottom two. This is too much, we don't want this information. Maybe this bottom and this one. I will take this one and this one for, like, that's the only place where I see something very going on. So with those two one, we can bring it maybe in the future. So this one is going. So we have breaking structure downside. What is the principle? Retest is breaking down, and that's gonna be the trade in that moment. For example, if you have this breaking structure and then you have retest, so this will be your opportunity to take something here, because it's following the principle. Sometimes, maybe not even sometimes, maybe all the time, you have to let, actually, I've been saying a lot, you have to let so many things go, you know in the end, not in the end, but if you start understanding, then you start understanding everything is simple and logic. And how simple is this one? Like, how simple is this one? You see this one, you see this one, those things are matching, so that's 1 plus 1 equals 3. That's the 3 points. So you have point 1 or tot 1, you are tot 2, and then that's your tot 3. That's the one. You have this very simple thing, and it's there. Like I said, it's very simple. So you have some information here, then you have this one, super nice, like this one here. So what you see it last time, when and now when we have price here, you can see this one, and you can see how the price action is still remembering that, respecting that, and using the 180 mindset. So you can see they are changing, but it's everything same, but just now the one side was previously bigger. It's just 180, and again it's so brightly there, and it is again a bullish information for you to go higher. For example, buyback. Why not? Why no? Like just again thoughts. It's just the information. Just the information. Like so many trades when you're patient. Like, come on, imagine that you take this huge one, and then just a little bit, like 1 hour later, you take another sell and he take profit. How beautiful! Come on, like why not? Again, so the next thing what we see, very good old breaking structure. It's there, and we can do even very good old. So that's the first one. Maybe we want to take so second one, and now yeah, that's the third one here, and then that's the spike with no cap in here. And what the price is doing, tick tick tick, back to the third one here. So we break above this one. Like you can see this everywhere. Like I said, it's everywhere. All this four structure and the bullish movement that the price wanna do. We break this one, and after this movement, everything can happen. Like everything can happen. And then you see we have this pullback, and then price is going again back to this high. Very good movement. So let's bring this one here. So let's go this one. So yeah, maybe buy back. Absolutely good one. Why not to buy back? Then we break the structure. You have more information. So here is some bit going on. We definitely have this feed going on here, the bullish feed, because that was the break and structure movement. You can see how this bottom, that was the first candlestick, what was breaking this movement. So that's the bullish movement. You have this feed going on here. And then like inside here you have this breaking structure, retest, maybe this buy to the back to the highs, this feed buy. Overall we touch the feed, breaking structure, we're gonna use the feed again. Nice 618 retest straight to the take profit 4. Again, very good opportunity to minimize the risk, because you can see this one here, those buys, but it's still there. It's very possible. Like I'm talking right now, punch of opportunities, what I'm seeing, and I've been taking those trades so many years too. All those little movements, like not nice scalps, like oh yeah, all the time. Right now, mostly I'm taking this stuff and not the between anymore. Like yeah, a lot actually. Like I don't take those between like so many years anymore. I just catching those big ones like those ones here. It's just a bit more patient, a bit more patient. It's you know I I choose to just not trade those those moments anymore. It's not necessary. Like I did my fun. I have some crazy scalps being done, like crazy ones. Sometimes when I see this, something maybe stupid, maybe I'm gonna take, but this is gonna be like, for example, when I start selling here, all the way down here, and then the stop loss is gonna be like, for example, like this same trade all the way down here, and this, yeah, that's why I say that's my stop loss here. So when I sometimes see these kind of opportunities in the back of my mind, it's like ding ding ding. Hey, there's so much, there is something going on with the bigger picture, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, okay, let's see that, and then I do my own calculation. Then oh yeah, that's actually a possibility, and then I might take a go. But those ones here, yeah, every day, it's just going with the flow trade and bit flow and patient. Anyway, you have some, you have possibilities there, but those possibilities are so much more sharper when you have the previous informations, because in the moment everything is possible, but you are so close of that edge, so every little touch or every little movement can already you know if you had the scale, it's almost like 50-50 with the buy and sell. But for example, if you have this momentum here with the breaking structure and previously this movement, you just hold this information only in your head. What was the previous movement, breaking structure, and now you have breaking structure. What was happened previously? 618 retest. Oh, let's look the 618 retest. So as soon as when we touch the 618, I will take a buy, because that's the it was happened before. It was happened before, so let's go with that, because in the end of the day you have no idea what's going on here, like, because everything is possible. So the whole thing what you do here is anyway just possibilities. Just you know uh try it, try so just try it, just calculate and look this angle and look this angle and try all those little just try it and go and figure out, make the journeys. That's the whole thing of trading. You just go in the journeys and just just go with that. So again, what was happening now after this moment? So we have TP4. I take this away. Something's going on, because it's going in and it's going out. Oh, yeah. Nah. Nah. This one, yeah, what is there? Anyway, it's going in and it's going out. And sharply. We're going straight back down here. Like, look at that. Straight back. Like, if you're sharp, you can sell it, because this, you can see here in the previously, it's still pushing down. What was happening here? Rejection, 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 and rejection. So that's the information what you have. You don't have to think anything anymore there. And what is happening? It's get rejected. And the next thing what this price is doing, going back in the zone, because that's the only thing what we have in the memory right now. Those are the respected things, and we are going back places what are respected, or the memories. And no, most likely it's the memories, because then we have it real in our mind, because it's the previous memory. In the life too, when you, for example, when you go with the car somewhere, and then 1 year later somehow you're driving the same road and then you, oh, I was there. This is exactly what's happened when the price is making the same movements, going inside the same zones. We have the previous memory. Previous memory was rejection, rejection. And that's the same thing what we have, only in that area. And when they are respected, you keep tracking those because those places are respected. Back here, and again, so this was rejection. Previously, this one. Okay, let's do the full one. Pushing down, break the structure, break higher. So we are pushing down because we break the structure. We have to change here, and this change was happen previously too. You can see here. So now we retested what's happened with the price. We have exactly what was happening here. We have now the maximum energy to push higher because it is pushing higher. So price action want to push back up here and start going higher. That's the idea in that zone. So now we grab this full energy. We get rejected. You can see those two nice equal wicks here. We tried again. We grab more. Then we tried again. And what was happening? Good old rejection. This small one here. Then we have new small zone here because that's the last information. And then you can see old rejection is everywhere. And then after that, clinks, close under, retest, and you have another super good selling opportunity back to the same place, because in the same place, whole story start again. And we create a new thing here. This is still going on, old ones. And now we create, so we have this nice sell opportunity, TP, things, price is creating. We can bring this one here because it's showing to me rejection, close under. Like you can see, it's very sharp there, but it's still existing. So we have close under, we have retest. But what is the principle of that? When we have the retest, we break the low. Well, that's the one. But what you can see here, we didn't break the low. We holding lows. And then this one, what is happening? Things, gone. So you have a new zone here, and the price is going, and you have again this one. You can use a TP1, you can use this one for TPs, and of course, if you want, you can use more. Like those zones are still going, and now it's how you want to do in your mind. It's all you now. You have bunch of things there to do, and to get this kind of information here. So the previous information what you have, this information is still here. Price is holding lows, price is starting breaking the highs. Yep, every day. And then you have another nice opportunity here, super nice. And again, price is breaking the highs here too. And then all these things, like we start repeating so many stuff now because we have all this information. Like with this information what I just said, like everything what I start speaking now, it's gonna be the same information. There is not it. That's it. Like I already feel it here. Like the last, maybe, yeah, maybe here, I already start repeating every single thing. Like this one, I already repeat it. So yeah, not kind of point to do it, to be honest, because I already repeated every single thing. I think it's a pretty good video. There's definitely there's definitely so bad language parallel thing, but the thing is, the information is good. Just the notebook is important to write those things down and look this information, and it's just there. You have to, but of course, if you're in beginner states, there is so much more developmenting, unbelievable amount developmenting, like unbelievable. But yeah, years and years and years, and backtesting is one of those things to do. Just go back like that and just do it. And this is like, I see all those things like that because the backtesting, like, I have so much muscle memory in my mind. I don't even have to think, and when I just look this screen, like I look this screen like as a 2D picture, so I can draw on that picture in my mind. So and that's how I see it. Like that's what I can do in the mind is all those drawings, and I can left all those arrows and all those things there, and when those things don't happen, like almost I can trade with the eyes closed. I need to look the chart maybe like every 20 minutes. I need to look the chart like, I don't know, 10 seconds, and I can trade with that. For example, if you're a traveler, you're traveling a lot, that's, you don't need more, just, it's not the excuse. But I'm gonna finish today, and this is pretty heavy video anyway. And I see maybe on tomorrow, because tomorrow is Monday and market is open, and let's look at opportunities because everything is possible. Thank you and ciao.